This is your artsy friend Martha. In this channel, if this is the first time you're visiting, you can find all kinds of paintings and art dolls. In this video, I'm going to be working on a Day of the Dead / Halloween doll. It is my representation of a doll based loosely on Frida, and I hope you enjoy it. For today's project, we're going to be needing silk flowers of your favorite colors, fabric of your choice, tulle. I'm getting black and white for different areas, and colorful fabric. And if you don't have an access to a large fabric store, then you can get the fat quarters, which are in most craft places, and a ribbon. And of course, the help of our beautiful model, who is relaxing here before getting dressed. We also will need some pins, thread, measuring tape, and scissors. First, we will need to measure the torso of our skeleton doll. In this case, it is around 16 or 15, we don't want it too tight. Let's say that around 16 inches, which is around 41 centimeters. And also we need to measure the length of her skirt, which is probably going to be somewhere around 17 inches, 43 centimeters, because I want, that'll be around here more or less. I want her to be showing her feet. So once we have that down, we are going to be getting our fabric. And for this particular dress that I want to make, I thought of this to be the type of like zarape, poncho, or however you want to call it. This would be for her blouse and a black skirt. I will have the drawings of the outfit in my blog, which is the doll blog. I will have the link in here and also in the information box below. And if you want to leave me some comments or questions, let me know, post it in the box below or in the doll blog, all right? A little note before we start. Once you have your pattern cut and your fabric ready, make sure that you have it with the good side inside of the fold, and that you're going to be cutting about ½ an inch larger than your pattern is telling you. You can make this a little longer. You can modify the pattern as you need, but you need to have extra fabric all around. And when we come to sew the armpit area, you will make little cuts with your scissors as the turn goes for this particular pattern. So when you turn it the right side out, it will be folded nicely in this curve. The single parts in the back are a little higher. The front is a little lower. I don't have it marked in here, but it's just a little lower for the front of the blouse. And they are, the single ones separate are a little bigger than the front one, because you will have one on top of the other one to close them, all right? Okay, these are my parts of the fabric pinned, marked with the pencil. I don't know if you can see that, but anyway, this is the two single ones and this is the folded one. I went in different directions. It's not so recommended to take different directions when you're cutting your fabric, but this is just a small thing. It's not something I'm going to wear. It's for my skeleton doll, so anything goes. But if it was a real cut for like a person or something, you have to be more careful with the way you cut your fabric. All right, so these are the cut parts, and first thing we're going to do is do the neck. And for it to fold nicely, you need to make little cuts like this. Oops. Not too close together and not too close to the edge, but just enough that they will allow for the fabric to go flat against the seams. I hope you can see how close they are to the line, not too close. And same for this other one. If you're going to be moving the doll too much, I recommend to use a product that glues the fabric. Is on the same part where you get your threads and stuff. It's like a little bottle about like this big, and it's like glue. If I can find it online, I will put it on my links under this video. And of course, if you purchase from that link, you'll be helping my channel because I get a small commission. Very small, but yet it's something to use in making more videos. Here are the three sides, the three parts with the neckline done, like this, and this is the front. So I think at this point I'm going to have to go and do it in the sewing machine so it is a straight line. For the skirt, I'm going to be using this fabric, and it's pretty much like an A shape sort of. So it's going to be the top waist done like this, like a fold like this, and then the sides just done in a little bit of an angle. There's not really a pattern that I'm going to be following. It's just like sort of like an A shape, but not too much of a small waist at the top, not too narrow. I'm going to put an elastic or a little ribbon inside of the fold that I'm going to be stitching, so it can close around the waist. So see you in a couple of seconds. You put the two sides matching like this, and then pin it. And pay attention, so actually the printed side or the nice color is inside. All right. Okay. So this is the way it goes. I'll pin it again, and hopefully in the next clip you will see this already sewn. Okay, I'm going to remove the pins. I just finished sewing this. We turn it this way. We'll get rid of the little threads as we go. So here's the blouse. I'm going to leave this raw until I know what I want to do for her waist. But this is the beginning of her blouse. Okay, this is the material for the skirt, and I am just going to make a bend, and on this fold I will be stitching all along because this is going to become the waist. If you're feeling lazy or practical, to save you time, you can do the stitching or sewing with this already inside. Just make sure that when you're stitching, you stitch far from this so you don't stitch it in place. And that's pretty much it for the skirt. I'm going to leave the edges raw, and that's that. All right. Here is the waistline with the pins, and finished the fold over here for encasing the ribbon, which is going to be what ties the skirt in the back. I just wanted to show you. Now I'm going to remove the stitches and do the vertical sewing. This is the blouse, and I ironed it to flatten the seams. This is the skirt with the ribbons in the back. And what I did after ironing also the fabric, I went and squished it like this and pressed it a little bit, just enough to have some folds, kind of heavy folding, so it's not going to be just sticking up all over the place. And the next step will be to add some little ornaments around the neck and something over here in the skirt. I'm not sure about this one yet. And do something for her poncho, and we'll be ready to get her dressed. And here she is wearing her outfit. Thing on her head is one of the ones that I showed in the beginning. Oh, I forgot. I am going to stitch with some white thread. Let me get it out of the way. I'm going to stitch this little ribbon all around her neck around here, like this. If you want to follow this top making for your doll, just feel free. If you're not going to be playing with the doll a lot or moving her or anything, you can hot glue it. I'm going to stitch it, and I don't care that this is raw. The ends are not well finished, but I don't care. I'm just going to go and put them like this. If it was well per instructions done, I would make another cut around the neck in the opposite direction, then sandwich this in the middle, sew them inside out, and then you fold the other part inside, and this thing pops over here, and then you add a stitch here and there so it folds. But I'm going to skip all of that to just stitch it around with the raw edge showing, because after all, this is Dia de los Muertos art, and anything goes, right? But if you feel like you need to hot glue, just get a little hot glue gun and go at it. I'm going to use it for her flowers over here. So anyway, I'm going to start getting ready for that part of the project. I have these little pins in the area that is on top of her head. So whatever I do has to be between these little pins, and I selected these flowers. They can be kind of tied together, they can be not necessarily in the same level. I want the sunflower more towards the front, sort of like this. Alright, let's see what I can do with this. For her shawl, I am just going to tear kind of a thick strip of my fabric on the longer side. So it's just going to be, I hope it's showing in the camera, it's going to be more or less this width. Okay, like this width in a long cut of the fabric, and that's that. I'm not going to finish the edges or anything. This is going to be her little market bag. I purchased it along with these other little baggies. It's like little fabric gift bags or something. So in her bag she has a calla lily, and she has a pomegranate, and an apple, a green tomato, a little charm, which is a little bird cage for her hummingbird. You know, in one of her paintings she has a hummingbird. This is the cage. And of course she has a picture of her loved Diego. If this is the first time that you visit my channel, I hope you click to subscribe and click that bell so you can get more notifications every time I upload a video. My channel is all about dolls and paintings, art journaling, and crafts. Click the thumbs up if you like it and share. Thank you. See you in the next one.